April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. See how local leaders are spreading awareness for child safety. Plus, it's time to throw out unwanted items and do some spring cleaning. How one local city is helping its residents get a fresh start.
Plus, an Easter weekend warm-up is looming. Your forecast coming up as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
A lifelong public servant in Pike County will be buried this weekend, leaving a family in mourning and firefighters setting up a memorial in his honor. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from the Pikeville Fire Department.
After more than 4 decades on the front line, the Pikeville Fire Department is preparing to say goodbye to one of its longest serving members. Robert Lindsay began his career at the Pikeville Fire Department in 1983, a career full of teaching, training, inspecting, and impacting generations of firefighters and community members. Lindsay died Tuesday, leaving a hole in the department and the communities he called home, as his brothers remember the bond he built through his selfless dedication.
He spent 40 years of his time here teaching and training. He spent time as an officer. He's always had everybody that's worked here look up to him as a role model.
His fellow firefighters say Robert Lindsay leaves behind a pair of shoes that will never be filled and a legacy that will never be forgotten. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, thank you, Buddy. Fire departments from all around joined in honoring Lindsay on the convoy home last night, lining roadways across the region with fire trucks and flags. Hear more about Lindsay's legacy coming up at 6. Gaddy's of Pikeville is preparing for Child Abuse Awareness Month in April, planting prevention now. The 8th annual Gaddy's Goes Blue event brought law enforcement officers, family workers, and child advocates to Gaddy's to plant blue pinwheels in an effort to spread awareness for child safety. Officials say the annual event is about celebrating the faces of the fight against abuse and helping the community better recognize them when a need arises.
It's our way of helping kick off the month of April, which is Child Abuse Prevention Month. Just trying to get everybody kicked up in the community and say a thanks for all their hard work.
More events are planned in April for Child Abuse Prevention Month. You can see more about that on our website.
We are tracking some dry and sunny weather across the region as we go into your Thursday. Let's take a live look across the mountains, and as you can see, not much happening, all thanks to high pressure. We are dry, also sunny from Buffalo Mountain, also from Moorhead at I-64, and same story from the London Corbin Airport as well. But those temperatures a little bit cooler on this Thursday. Most of us in the middle to upper 50s, a few lower 60s as well, up to 60 for Manchester, also in Monticello, 57 for Jackson, also Irvin, and 54 in Pikeville and Moorhead at this hour. But like we talked about, most of us a little bit cooler on this Thursday, but we see a warm up as we go into tomorrow, also for Easter weekend. Up on the radar, we are dry, all thanks to this high pressure system that is sitting over our region. And that will bring some more cool weather this evening, but some more nice weather to close out the work week on Friday. We stay dry tomorrow. Those rain chances increase for the weekend. Also watching out for this, possibly a few strong to severe storms as we go into early parts of next week. So all those details, plus your Easter weekend forecast coming up in just a little bit. Olivia?
All right, Cameron, thank you. The city of Williamsburg is gearing up for spring cleaning, offering several opportunities for people living in the area to participate. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
It's that time of year where people are beginning to throw out unwanted items and starting fresh. Starting April 1st, the city of Williamsburg is giving folks the chance to get rid of any unwanted items in the Highland Park side of the city and the downtown side of the city. Sanitation Supervisor Cecil Powers says this is a chance to clean up the community.
We want people to come to Williamsburg and go, it's beautiful. I mean, we loved it. We enjoyed our stay. Eat in the parks and let their kids play, and that's the benefit of it. I don't know about everyone else, but a beautiful place makes me happy, and I take a lot of pride in it.
Power says you can get rid of just about anything free of charge except for batteries, tires, and shingles. In Williamsburg, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, RJ, thank you. Power says you can contact them once your trash is ready to be picked up. Pope Francis performed a Holy Thursday ritual by washing and kissing the feet of 12 women inmates at a Rome prison. The 87-year-old pontiff did it from his wheelchair. The prison was outfitted to accommodate his needs. The women sat on stools on a raised-up platform so the Pope could move down to line with ease without having to strain himself. Many of the women wept as Francis performed the gesture, which is a hallmark of every Holy Week. The ritual commemorates Jesus' gesture of humility towards his apostles at the Last Supper on the night before he was crucified. Tomorrow marks 1 year since Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich was arrested in Russia. Today, a series of events were held for those wanting to show support for the detained journalist. There were several global running events, including this one in Washington, D.C. around the Washington Monument, and a 5K in London along the Thames. Gershkovich has been brought to Russia court a dozen times for hearings that have rejected his appeals for freedom.
This administration will continue working every day to secure his release. We will continue to push back against Russia's attempts to use Americans as bargaining chips. And we will continue to stand strong against all those who seek to attack the press or target journalists.
Gershkovich has been held on spying charges in Russia since his arrest on March 29, 2023. A member of Sean Diddy Combs' inner circle is in trouble with the law. Brendan Paul was arrested on drug charges earlier this week at a Miami airport. The 25-year-old former Syracuse University basketball player later bonded out. There was no reference to Combs in Paul's arrest, but Paul was taken into custody as Homeland Security officials executed search warrants at Combs' home in Los Angeles and Miami Beach. His arraignment hearing is scheduled for next month. Would you pay to make your commute faster? New York has newly authorized plans it considers a traffic game changer. New York is now the first major U.S. city to approve congestion pricing. Commuters there would pay $15 a day or $3.75 overnight. Some larger vehicles would see higher cost. Others, like fire trucks, would be exempt, and low-income drivers would get half off. Supporters say it's worth it for a better commute.
One of the biggest goals of this whole exercise is to finally attack congestion, but the other side of the equation is to invest more in transit.
New Jersey's governor calls the program a cash grab and is suing to stop it. If it survived, officials say it could start in part of Manhattan in June. Springtime brings out the potholes on the roads, and a tiny town in Texas is going high-tech to tackle the problem. The city of Ty is partnering with Nexco Highway Solutions of America. The company uses artificial intelligence to provide pavement condition ratings. Basically, a car drives around the city, kind of like a Google Maps car with a bunch of cameras on it.
It'll measure the roadways, the width, the depth, the damaged roads, and bring back an analysis with their roadway engineers to the city council with all their data to show them what needs to be done on the road, what surface materials are needed, what roads need to be done first, and it's really, really neat.
The technology will give the city a clear vision of what roads are in most need of repair so it can map out a plan. Road surveys start next week and are expected to take about 3 months. Coming up as First at 4 continues, when it comes to picking out a new four-legged friend, personality matters. How artificial intelligence is helping people find their perfect match.
Plus, this high-pressure system will bring some more dry weather tomorrow, but rain chances are back for this weekend. Stay with us, your forecast after this.